I've gone full-time freelance with my videography business, which meant one big change: my office. I had under 2 months to move out of a tiny box room and into a much bigger space. And this setup had to nail 3 things to help me stay super productive, to look clean and stylish, and to be organized enough to store all of my kit without feeling cluttered. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I built my version of the ultimate home office and how you can do the same. So let's start with the place that I'm going to be spending 90% of my time, which is my desk. I'm not only going to be editing at my desk, but I'm also going to be filming the majority of my YouTube videos here like I'm doing now. So this is the foundation of the entire office. I get this part wrong and it could potentially all fall apart. The desk that I'm using is a Fazebo L-shaped electric standing desk and I absolutely love it. With it being a massive corner desk as well, I wanted it to give me a lot of room so it didn't feel cluttered and cramped, but it also gives me so much more space when I do want to film my YouTube videos, especially for top-down shots when I do any unboxing videos. But the biggest reason why I invested in this desk was because of the standing feature. I actually find it quite engaging and I feel a little bit more alert as well when I do stand, but I went the extra step and invested in a walking pad. Time actually goes so fast, and before I know it, I've walked 3 kilometers in 45 minutes. The one I actually have is the Mobovi Home Treadmill Pro, and it costs about £300, but there's always a sale on Amazon, and that's how I actually purchased mine. The desk is also super sturdy when it is on its max height, which is actually something I was concerned about when looking into standing desks, but I can safely say that this is great, and it also comes in at about £300 with a lot of sales on Amazon too. Now moving on to the things on the desk. In the corner, I have the Asus Pro Art 27-inch 1440p IPS panel monitor, which is color calibrated straight from the factory with 100% sRGB and Rec 709 color space, and it also supports USB-C power connection to my Mac, so I don't need any HDMI cables, and it also means I don't need a charger for my Mac, which just makes it so easy. This is a great monitor and I really don't see myself getting rid of it anytime soon. Speaking of my Mac, I'm still rocking the M1 Air with 16GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. I do want to upgrade it, but it's still doing the job, and I'm actually waiting on the rumored M6 OLED MacBook Pro, which might be coming out next year. But I do keep my Mac on my monitor stand, so it's out the way. It looks quite nice, and sometimes I do actually use it as a second monitor if I do need to. As I keep my Mac on a stand out the way, I actually use the Logitech MX Master 2S for my mouse and the Logitech MX Master Keys Mini as my keyboard to do all of my editing. These two are so great for productivity, especially the MX Master 2S with its thumb wheel and its customizable buttons. The speakers I use are the IK Multimedia iLoud micro monitor speakers, and I absolutely love these. They are small, sleek, and have brilliant audio quality. This setup ticks the box for being a productivity machine. I have a brilliant editing Mac that still holds up nearly 5 years later, a color accurate monitor so I can grade my photos and videos without any fail, a quality set of speakers to listen to my audio perfectly, and a great mouse and keyboard combo for fast editing in DaVinci Resolve. But this would all be for nothing if I wasn't comfortable when I am editing, which is why I invested in the Tacova Ergonomic office chair. This chair has adjustable lumbar support to stop you from getting any back pain, which again is super important if you're going to be editing at a desk for 8 hours a day. This chair is so comfortable, and it also has a mesh back as well, so it's really nice and cool when you are in the summer. So that is the first box that this office needed to tick if I wanted to be super productive now that I've gone freelance. So let's move on to the next box, which is really crucial for me, and that is organization. Over the years, I've acquired quite a lot of kit, from cameras, lenses, lights, microphone stands, modifiers, the list just goes on, and the biggest problem I had was finding a place to store it all neatly when I was in the small room. I had my cameras and my lenses in the top drawer of my Malm drawers from IKEA, but the problem I had was that they would move around a ton and actually hit each other. It was just really messy and just really disorganized. So when moving on to my new room, I wanted a second set of Malm drawers to keep things all in place. But not only that, I wanted to get some dividers to actually keep all of my cameras and all of my lenses secure and protected from each other. So while I was at IKEA, I actually picked up some more from there, and I must say it looks so sick now when I do open the drawer. And eventually I will pick up some more to keep my other kit organized, like my DJI Pocket 3, my Osmo 360, and also some of my audio equipment. Having a second set of drawers also gives me way more room for my tripods and light stands to go in. I also have a rigging drawer with all of my rigging equipment, from my cages, V-mount, batteries, my gimbal, and just so much more. But this is the drawer that would really benefit from those IKEA dividers. This drawer before always ended up as just a really bad dumping ground, and it was just really annoying to find anything. In the meantime though, before I get them dividers, my audio kit is actually quite neatly tucked away in one of my IKEA Alex drawers. This is where I have my Rode Lav mics, Tascam FR AV2, my DJI Pocket 3, and just all of my little other accessories as well that's small enough to fit into one of these drawers so I can access it whenever I need to. I can also fit my drone, flashes, and other lights in these drawers too, so they are really really neatly organized out of the way, and they can be easily accessed whenever I do need them. And this was super important for me because not only did I want this office to look neat and tidy, but I also really wanted it to look cool when I actually am filming my YouTube videos. And that leads me up to my next box that this office needs to be ticked, and that is to look clean and stylish. The first thing that I wanted to do was figure out my filming backdrop, so I choose to have these two walls behind me as my background. I absolutely hate white walls for filming. They bounce light, they look ugly, and they really needed to change. So while I was at a wedding fair a couple weeks ago, my girlfriend Amy was an absolute legend and actually painted this whole wall black. I wanted it black because it's great to have it as its own negative feel, and also coloured lights just look so much better against it. I really just like the moody look rather than just a horrible white wall. I wanted to pair that with some acoustic panels, originally just to help with the sound quality in this room, but I actually don't think they do that much anyway, so I mainly got them for the look, as I think the wooden panel against next to the black just looks so cool, and we actually had to cut them to fit. So one night, me, Amy, my mum and my dad spent one night cutting them and sticking them on my wall, and overall I'm just so happy with how they look. I also have 4 displays up and around my room that I can actually swap and change as I please, because what's so good about them is that they're magnetic and they come off super easily. I have an Avengers Infinity War display, a Batman Arkham City one, a Spider-Man one, and also a Breaking Bad one. I've also put up some shelves across my room which I can swap things out of every now and again to keep this room fresh. So at the minute, on the shelves behind me, I've actually got my Stranger Things pop figures out because Stranger Things season 5 is just around the corner. And then also above them, these will always be out at all times, and that is my Breaking Bad pop figures because again, it is my favourite TV show of all time. The only thing that I am yet to do is to add some curtains because I really don't like the look of the blinds when they are down. I just think it looks a little bit ugly. When it comes to filming, I actually use my Canon R6 Mark II with, at the minute, my Tamron 24-70 f2.8 lens, which is on my terrible photo tripod ball head, which is actually attached to a DJI Ronin small rig monitor arm, which is also attached to a small rig clamp, which is attached onto my desk. Yes, it's a very bodge DIY setup, but it works for me. This had to be attached to my desk because when I do go into standing mode, the height and the frame stay the exact same in case I ever do want to do a video standing up. This was the exact same for my light and my mic. I have the Amran 100D with the Aperture Light Dome Mini 2, which is on a newer desk stand, so it's neatly out the way in the corner behind my monitor, always set up for sitting and standing, so I waste absolutely no time when I do make my content. I also have a desk boom arm clamped to my desk, which also holds my Sennheiser MKE 600 shotgun microphone, which I'm using now to film this video. I needed this office to be productive, streamlined, and organized, and I think I've done exactly that in this new space. I will leave the links in the description for all of the items I've mentioned in this video, and I will get a little bit of money as well if you do decide to go through one of them links. And like I mentioned earlier, now that I am freelance, that will help more than ever to keep this channel going. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you actually have a smaller room than this, I actually have made a video from my old office and how I actually built the ultimate setup in that tiny room as well. So if you are interested in seeing how I basically done this in my old office, then go watch that video next.